Okay. We're going to massage into the masseter here. While you're here, we're thinking of breathing in from the nose and maybe out of the nose as well, but you can breathe out of the mouth if you want. We're also thinking of your posture. Grounded feet, soft knees. Find that neutral pelvis. Shoulders down, lengthen through the back of the neck. And then from the ankles, shift your weight ever so slightly forward. You should feel the back of the legs activating. Still breathing. Still massaging into the masseter muscle. Okay, come into a quad stretch. And keep your tailbone down. And from here, we're going to try and lift the knee backwards without twisting. It might not come up very high, especially because we're trying to keep your hips, your pelvis fixed. I mean, if I let my pelvis go, then I can raise my leg quite high. But the aim is to try and get that stretch into the front here. So it'll keep the movement quite minimal. And then we'll swap. I didn't actually mean to hold it for that long. So we're just going to pull back, trying to resist the pull back with the pelvis. And we're going to keep alternating. I'm using the wall so I can focus on the movement I'm trying to do rather than balancing. Let's do one more. And then we're going to sit down. We're going to cross your legs. And from here, we're going to rotate. Try and look behind you. I'm pushing the hand behind me to raise my lower back off the floor. I have a tendency to round my back. So, kind of cheating, I guess, but I want the rotation to be exaggerated, I suppose, by using my hands. Because I want to increase that thoracic rotation I can get. And the reason I'm doing it from seated means that I can't cheat by twisting my hips as much. Lovely. All right. We're going to stay standing. We're going to raise a knee and we're going to twist your knee towards the elbow as you exhale. So I'm breathing out. I'm not curling forwards this way. I'm actually rotating. So I'm breathing out as I rotate. If I want to add a little bit more calorie expenditure, I can add a squat. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm trying to squat as deep as I can. I'm trying to bring my hips as low as my knees if possible. Now, for some people, if their ankles are a bit tight, they might not be able to do that. So you could put a couple of plates on the floor and just raise your heels a tiny bit so you can go in a little bit deeper into that. So grab a couple of dumbbells. We're going to lunge halfway. We're going to do 2 side bends, and then we're going to swap legs. So I'm only coming down halfway. So I've created a little bit of instability. I'm working my legs a little bit, and then I'm doing my side bends. Now, if you find you're just way too unstable doing this from a lunge, you can keep your feet in hip width distance, and you can do your side bends there. Now I'm breathing out as I side bend, and I'm carrying on breathing out to stand up. I inhale as I bend my knees. I start to exhale. I'm thinking of core, pelvic floor engagement through the exhale. And then I'm going to rest, and we're going to go into a standing band underneath the feet. It's coming out of my right side. Don't worry if it's coming out of your left, as long as we're raising the band away from where the band is coming out. So basically, it's coming out of my right side. I'm breathing out, and I'm rotating my arms up and to the left side around shoulder height. I'm breathing out as I twist. Lift through the core pelvic floor as you twist. Try not to raise your shoulders, otherwise we'll add traps in there. We don't really need to do that. Try not to do this with the knees either, from the hips. We're not doing that twist there. The rotation is coming from the rib cage, pulling away from the hips. And then we're going to swap, and we're going to come to the other side. Breathe in as I reach my hand and relax down towards the foot. I'm breathing out as I rotate and bring the arms up to shoulder height in the opposite direction. So if my band is coming out to the left, my arms are going up to the right. Good. Keep thinking about your posture. The feet should be grounded, the knees should be soft, the pelvis should be in neutral, the hips facing the front, and we're trying not to raise the shoulders. And you have to try and remember all of that. To be honest, you can rest anyway. To be honest, I don't remember all of it. I just have to keep reminding myself and working my way through, usually from top down or from bottom up, to remind myself what I should be doing. So we are going to go into a lunge and your side bends again. Remember, you can opt out of the lunge if you are very unstable, and stick to the side bends only. If you are wobbling all about but want to try and do it with the lunge, make sure that you keep your feet on train tracks. So what I mean by that is the feet are not in line with each other. They're in line with your hips. Can you see I'm keeping my feet wide as I step? That back leg is, I can still see my back leg. It's not hidden behind my front leg. Breathe out through the side bends and through the standing. Don't listen to my breathing because I'm talking. So my breathing will always be a little bit off. Good. Rest from that. And then we're going to go into your standing. Knee to elbow rotation rather than curling forwards. Add a squat or a plie if you want to add a bit more calorie expenditure. we are trying to bring your hips down at least in line with the knees so that we target the glutes a little bit more. Good. You can rest and have a sip of water. Okay, let's stretch out the hip flexors and the calves. Come into a split stance position. The front knee is bent, the back leg is straight, the back foot is parallel. And from here, we're going to place fingers together. Drive the palms up towards the ceiling. Simultaneously, we're tucking the tailbone under. It will automatically bring your heel up a little bit and then come back down into your calf stretch. Drive up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. If you have diastasis recti, try not to arch too much with the upper back. Just raising the arms and tucking the tailbone under. It's sufficient enough to stretch that front line without putting too much pressure on the soft tissues at the front. If you notice that you're doming, then you're arching your back too much, you're back bending too much. Swap sides. So always have a mirror handy when you're working out, so you can keep an eye out on what's going on at your tummy. One more. Good. Rest. Ah, I like this one. Come down onto all fours. Take the knees apart. Keep the toes touching. Bring your arms forward. I'm not stretching my arms as far as I would with a extended arms child's pose, but that's what we're aiming for, a short child's pose. And then I'm going to rotate my shoulders to the left. I'm going to bring my shoulders over the hands and maybe a bit in front of it. Then I'm going to take my shoulders round to the left and then bring my bottom back to the heels. And we're just going to keep going in that direction. Exhale through the circle. Inhale as you bring your bottom back down. Exhale through the circle. Bring your bottom back down, and then we'll go the other way. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stop here. Come into a full arm extension overhead. If that's tricky for you, you can cross your forearms over each other, pop it underneath your forehead, make yourself as comfortable as you can. If that's still not comfortable, use a pillow or anything that you need to prop yourself up. Taking another few breaths here. Really soften your tummy, just let it all hang out. Good. And then you can lie down, sit down, stand up, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to sit down. And we're going to take our fingers. Actually, I'm going to stand up so you can see a bit better. We're going to take our fingers into the collarbones. So into this area, and we're just going to pump gently in that area, stimulating the terminus, which is where all lymphatic fluid comes back to and goes back into your circulatory system here. So the pressure I'm using is, if I was pressing on my eyeball, that's the amount of pressure I would put on here as well. It's quite light. There's no need to poke yourself and hurt yourself. And while we're doing this, we want to stimulate the lymph nodes that are deep within the abdominal cavity as well, by really breathing in as deeply as possible. Exhaling fully. And that deep diaphragmatic breathing is going to help to stimulate everything within that abdominal cavity and further help with drainage. We want to clear any fluid or any blockages within this area, because if this is blocked, then the fluid from the arms, the fluid from the legs hasn't got anywhere to go. So it can sort of back up a little bit, especially in this heat. And it's also important to make sure that you're not dehydrated, because that also could cause your limbs to swell up a little bit, like ankles, that sort of thing in this heat. Make sure you're drinking, make sure you're walking, moving, and the movement, the pumping of the muscles helps to drain the fluid as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be using manual lymphatic drainage. Exercise helps too. Lovely. And you're all done.